Greetings, YouTube, on this incredibly stormy Thursday that we have here in Virginia. I guarantee you guys will probably hear thunder coming through my mic because everybody else in the podcast it's pretty bad over here. Hopefully we don't lose power. But anyway, welcome to episode 44 of the Super Deformed Gamescast. As you can see, we've got a small show tonight, but it's not the size that counts. It's how you talk about it. So with that being said, I do want to point out that this is so we've been doing this for 44 episodes now. This is Brandon's first ever episode that he's missed. So so everybody please Twitter bomb him, give him shit for it. I have no idea what he's doing tonight. He just said that he wasn't up to it. So hopefully he's rendezvousing with one of our dozens of female fans.
The show sucks. I'm not watching it without Brandon. Oh, I wonder who wrote that. This is so meta.
It really is, right? Like, that's a good word for it. Anyway, who do we have on the show tonight? We've got Al. What's up, man?
How are you guys doing? Happy to be here.
I'm always happy to have you, buddy. Love you, man. And and we have JT. Hey, JT, I want you to explain your situation real quick. Why aren't you on camera tonight?
There was a fire, and there was things going on, and my webcam burned up.
So I just want to point out to everybody that
you had a fire in your house.
There was a fire.
There's a fire deep in his loins. There's a fire in his soul. Okay. The soul still burns.
John turns a terrifying situation into something humorous.
I do. I try to. But wait, hold on. Was there actually a fire in your house?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
No.
Was there? Wait, hold on. Was there actually a fire in your house?
No.
Oh, okay. For a minute there, I was like,
"What the hell, man? I was concerned about you."
Dude, seriously, I was like, I feel like a fucking asshole, bastard.
I was about to start a Kickstarter for him.
Anyway, okay, and then we have the calmest man in video games, Steve. How you doing, man?
Doing good.
You're like You're like the most even-keeled individual
I didn't even know
know.
Steve was in the room.
I know, right? Do that. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. And then Enrique from Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. Al, you're talking over me. I'm trying to introduce Enrique.
All right.
Let me introduce Enrique, and then you can be as rude as you want. Okay. So anyway.
Yeah, Al.
Yeah, Al. So Enrique from Basement Radio Arcade Podcast, our sister podcast, is here to help us out tonight. What's up, buddy?
Gentlemen, I am excited to be here. Although I'm disappointed because I thought Brandon was going to be on here.
Brandon's actually in chat right now, so you can have all the interaction with Brandon that you want. I will say this: Doc was supposed to join us tonight, I think, but I'm not sure. So maybe he'll pop in at some point. Who knows? Anyway, I want to point out to people in chat real quick. If you didn't see it on Twitter, excuse me, we're going to be having some merch up for sale soon. A little merchandise for you guys, shirts and mugs and stuff like that. Dude, this beer has got me like burping like a motherfucker. But I'm enjoying some Centennial Ale, by the way. I highly recommend it. This is some good shit. But yes, actually, Trago says new logo looks great. We do have a new logo, and we've got a shirt and a mug coming out soon. It's all on Twitter if you guys want to check out the design. So it's gonna be really cool. And at the end of the show, I'm gonna be giving away 2 keys for the NHL 17 beta, one on PS4 and one on Xbox One. And to answer a question that was just asked in chat by our buddy Jesse, Jeff he reached out to me today. He's going to be back on the show not next week, but the week after. So after hours, Jeff will return. We'll probably let him host again, and he'll probably fuck everything up grandly, just like he did the last time.
Fantastic.
It's going to be great. So anyway, as always, before we get into and there's quite a bit to talk about, but I want to get into what everybody's been playing, as always. So without any further ado, Al, what are you playing this week? Tell us about it.
I decided to check out Here comes the hate. I feel it already. Check out the new DLC for Black Ops 3. I was given the season pass, so.
Boo this man.
What? I don't even know anything about that. What even is the DLC?
It's the Descent pack, I guess.
It's the Descent pack.
And I never played I didn't play the zombie map. The last DLC map that came out, the zombie mode, was phenomenal. It actually took place directly after the events of World at War Zombie Mode, so that was kind of cool. So I mean, it took place in World War II. I mean, it has newer guns, but they still had the same voice actors and everything. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anyways,
That's what I've been waiting for is continuity in the zombies mode. Yes,
Yeah.
finally.
it was pretty cool. So that was the last one that came out. Yeah, right, funky. But the maps, the reason I played it was my friend came on and wanted to play some domination, so we jumped in the new maps, and the maps are phenomenal. They're really awesome. I mean, there's
Yeah,
one
the only
that's,
problem is that they're attached to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That's the only thing holding it back.
well, I still like it. It's good because I'm obviously fantastic at the game. I also played some Battlefield 4. Just trying to get back in the swing because I'm picking up every shooter that's coming out this fall. Everyone's jealous of me, I know, but I got to get back into Battlefield. I got to get back into Call of Duty so I can stay ahead of everyone else. But that's pretty much primarily what I've been playing. I've also started Hard Reset Redux by Flying Wild Hogs. They did that game before they did Shadow Warrior. It's actually really awesome. If you have a PC, I highly recommend it. I think it's out on Xbox One and PS4, but don't quote me on that.
Performance isn't great on those.
That's a shame. It's really fun. Whereas Shadow Warrior, like you spend most of the game like trying out different weapons, and it revolves around the katana and like these cool special skills. Hard Reset's like gimmick, I guess, is electricity, and you have all these crazy like you have this pulse rifle that can like turn into different arc weapons, which is pretty awesome. And then you also get this laser sword, which looks straight out of Metal Gear Rising, and they obviously brought that mechanic into Shadow Warrior for the katana. It's actually pretty cool, like playing it sort of reverse order, you know? I never played Hard Reset when it first came out, but that's all I've been playing.
Let me ask you guys this real quick. Since North Korea just declared war on us, is anybody going to actually play Homefront Revolution?
No, man. I live in that Philadelphia that they actually show in the video, the video game. It actually looks like that, so I live like that already.
Okay, nice. All right, awesome, dude. Al, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
No problem.
JT, what are you playing this week? Have you played anything this week? You've had a busy week.
I really haven't. I've been watching more TV than I have.
I retract my previous statement.
Well, I mean, like whenever I do have the time to do stuff, I've been watching Stranger Things and stuff like that.
Excellent.
Which is pretty freaking awesome. I love it.
It's fucking outstanding. Yeah.
Yeah. But just plugging along on Zero Time Dilemma on Vita. I haven't made much progress since last week, so nothing to report there. And I think it's going a little bit slower than the previous games, for me anyways, because they have cutscenes in lieu of like text that you can skip through at your own pace. So that's it's kind of annoying because you can't just burn through it. But
hey JT, want to make fun of me for a minute?
I would.
Everyone wants to make fun of me. I haven't even started Zero Time Dilemma yet.
That's okay. I mean, you have to be in the right mindset for it. Like I want to get through the story just to say that I'm done with it and like know everything and not have to worry about spoilers anymore. More than I actually do, like wanting to figure this stuff out and solve all the loose ends and stuff like that. But yeah. So
well, you guys can both make fun of me. I have not played a single one of those games.
Yeah, well, you should.
Ever.
And
I will.
Months.
Someday. I will someday. I'll actually probably play it on my new 3DS as opposed to my Vita, just so I can get.
Oh man, you should try to get 999 on the DS.
Yeah, do that. Because I mean, you need to do that anyways. You need to start.
If you can't find it cheap, John, I can send you my copy.
Okay, cool. No, I'd love that, dude.
Perfect.
Awesome. JT, what else are you playing, man? Where's that at?
Well, Rocket League.
Well, yeah, I don't even ask about that anymore because I know that's a certain.
What's that? Is that an indie game?
Yeah, it's
a fighting game.
Okay. Well, you play with rockets, right?
Yeah.
Rocket League is a really, really awesome JRPG that's been localized, and it's really cool.
You know what awesome. Though? You know what I've found out this week about myself? I did a little bit of soul searching, and I found that I like looking at my stats in Rocket League more than I actually like playing now.
I thought you were going to say something else.
There's
Like looking at
there's
I
this
got
site where you can go and track your progress and like
Oh.
see your ranking and like individual like stat sheet and everything.
I knew that.
So
It's
good.
not in the game.
So no, but there's
That's a
like Rocket
shame.
League Tracker and
Yeah, it's
RocketLeagueStats.com.
Yo, remember back in
Yeah.
the day playing Perfect Dark? You'd play like for 7 months, check out all the stats that I have on there, and you're like, oh my god, I
I
wasted
remember
7
back
months
in
of
the
my
day
life.
when video games actually told me what I was doing and how
Yeah,
I was
man.
doing it.
I mean, Jesus, Saints Row tracked how many times you trip over stuff. I mean, that kind of stuff is crazy.
Yeah. The leaderboards are probably like the most basic thing about Rocket League is you can only see, the top. I think it's like 1,000 people.
You should tweet
and then-
them and tell them that they should fix that shit.
Hell yeah.
It's cool.
Speaking of
I'm
Rocket
breaking into the top 1,000 though, so that's
we need to get somebody
Damn.
from Psionics on the show. That's what we need to do. And on that night when that happens, we're gonna let JT introduce the show.
I would love that.
But just that
I've been
show,
working on
and then
that.
he's kicked off.
Only that show. Cool. All right, JT, thanks, man. Steve, what are you playing this week, man?
Well, I've been playing a little bit of Overwatch. I'm just getting worse and worse at that game. And I got into Neverwinter, which I was playing
Sorry
last
to
time
hear that.
too. Yeah, well, I'm a proud MMO guy, you know that. It's maybe shameless is the better word.
Yep.
It's free, and it comes with all 9 expansions that were released on the PC, and it's worth running around and playing. There's a pay-to-win model, but it really doesn't hurt the game. I think it's really only for those hardcore players that want to repeat dungeons like 2 or 3 times a day. They'll have to like pony up some, I don't know, virtual currency to do that or some such thing. But for me to play for free, it certainly has some legs for a few weeks, and we'll see how long it lasts.
You think it's going to have legs for the general community?
Not on PS4. I think it's had enough to bring it onto the console, and I don't think it'll be something we're talking about next year. It's not like a Final Fantasy 11 or something, or 14 for that matter.
Okay, cool.
The pay-to-win content is it like increase XP rate or something like that, or?
Yeah, they have a bunch of boosts. They actually have gear. Currency can get switched over to actual money. So
Okay.
astral diamonds and stuff like that. It's a complex economy that really no one takes part in. It seems that's the problem with not building up a user base and just introducing 9 expansions at one time. The way that these economies are built in MMOs are kind of interesting, and they start you at these very low mobs and the very low materials. But when you have 9 expansions for some PC players, you're kind of looking at all this gear that nobody can have because nobody has actually gotten the material to make it yet. The crafting's interesting. It's kind of like, I guess, a mobile type game where you just set a time, you send out your guy, and you have to wait 15 minutes.
So it's basically like it's like that commercial where the guy tells you like he sticks a chicken in like convection oven and he says just set it and forget it. Is it kind of like the same concept?
Yeah,
Bob Hope.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but for the higher stuff, it's like 8 hours. And then just like on a mobile game, you can speed it up for, I don't know, whatever you want to pay them.
Like Dragon Age Inquisition.
Not like Dragon Age Inquisition.
Not like Dragon Age at all.
I like the BioWare multiplayer setup. I thought it worked well on Mass Effect, too, for that matter.
I didn't. I would prefer that BioWare just keep multiplayer out of that shit.
No, I was talking about the war table stuff, though, like where you'd set it out.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. No, I get you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the chests.
No. I was talking about what you said before, how you can like send people out, but
Yeah,
that was kind of like a mobile game too, like where you'd send stuff out and have to collect it later. So.
Yeah, this is that same way, and then they let you like get an extra guy. Again, you can speed all this up with a little bit of money. But it's an interesting game for free. I mean, it's worth running around for a little while.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool, awesome. Thank you, Steve, as always. And Enrique,
Yes,
what
sir.
What are you playing this week, man? I want to hear about all them video games you're playing.
Yes, I'm actually only playing 2 video games at the moment, just 2. I'm still, The Last of Us, and actually, tomorrow I'm gonna actually start playing We Happy Few. Because the
Ooh.
preview just came out for that. Yep, so I'm going to play that. Actually, I might get to it tonight. But I did start playing Drawn to Death.
I started too. Yep.
Yeah, I did I didn't do the all-night multiplayer piece. But I quickly ran through the tutorial, which was pretty easy to pick up and play.
I agree.
I thought the game looked pretty cool for what I've seen so far.
Yeah, it looked all right. I mean, I haven't. Anyway, I'll get into that after you're done talking about what you're playing. So.
Yeah. So, but that's it right now. I mean, I've been busy with some other shit, so my gaming time's been a little limited. But this weekend, it's like it's just me solo in the casa, so I'm going to be playing some fucking games.
Well, I am very disappointed in every single one of you motherfuckers, and I'll tell you why right now. Because not a soul among you talked about Hyper Light Drifter.
I would have talked about it 3 months ago when I was playing it on PC.
Okay, well, you know what? Stuck it now.
Boom.
Okay, this isn't the Super Deformed PC cast.
Drop
Okay,
it.
this
Should
is the
be.
Super Deformed. Well, it's
Hey,
not.
Not everybody's perfect, but you can always copy me.
Okay, that's fine. You're welcome to just leave the fucking podcast whenever you want, Al.
I just want to say, Al, you are the closest thing to perfection. I just want to throw that out there.
Of course.
Anyway, as I was saying, I am just a console plebe, so I played Hyper Light Drifter for the first time this week, and I fucking love that game. In fact, I actually I was broadcasting the first 30 minutes of the game on YouTube on Tuesday. And what do I love about that game? Well, it kind of scratches that top-down 2D Zelda-like itch that I've had for quite some time, and it's a genre that the PS4 has been sorely lacking. I mean, to be honest with you, it's a genre that any console has been sorely lacking recently. If you don't own any kind of Nintendo console, anyway. But it's great. The art style is fucking phenomenal. I love that pixelated voxel style that they have, and the color palette is something else that kind of really jumped out at me. It's a very colorful, very vibrant game. It's also a very difficult game for anybody who has not played Hyper Light Drifter. It is hard. I mean, it's like Dark Souls hard, and that's kind of what I love about it. It's got that real sense of danger. You know, like every time you enter a dungeon, or do you guys hear that thunder? Do you hear that?
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, I know, dude. I wasn't kidding. No shit, man. It feels like the sky's about to come down. I know, right?
Right as you said, every time you enter a dungeon.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
The roguelike like tendencies in that game are all over the place, like exploding terrain, enemies that explode, enemies that can one hit shot you.
Damn.
But
The mechanics in that game are just so phenomenal, though, so it almost makes it fair.
It
You gotta get good.
Well, and I also like the fact that it is not. I mean, the game itself is very difficult, but it's also very forgiving. When you die, you start almost on top of the place you died. I mean, you're never more than 10 seconds away from where you died. And it's not like you. Now, I will say this: the game is not heavy on exposition. It is, and this is a very Dark Souls-like, and that's what I love about it. The game certainly does not hold your hand. I have my theories as to what is going on in the game. As far as I can tell, your main character is dying of some sort of illness. That is my hypothesis. I went into this game dark. I didn't read anything about it. I just saw pictures, and I was like, I gotta play that. So because like at random points throughout the game, you'll stop and you'll start coughing up blood. So I'm guessing that you're sick and you're looking for a cure to something. There's no dialogue spoken in the game. Anytime you run into an NPC, a conversation is played out through just images. So it's up to you to kind of find the meaning behind that image and piece the story together yourself. And the last thing I'll say about Hyper Light Drifter is the soundtrack is mint. It's fucking amazing. If you guys know who what were they called? Disaster Piece. They're really awesome. They did the soundtrack for Fez. They do a bunch of industrial video. What's that?
You said Fez. I love the soundtrack for Fez.
Yeah, they did the soundtrack for Fez. They also did the soundtrack for a movie called It Follows, which is really good. Great horror movie. But Disaster Piece does some great work, and I would actually highly recommend if you enjoy that kind of stuff, go to iTunes and download some of their original albums. They do really good stuff. All in all, the game is just fucking phenomenal. I'm probably halfway through. I've beaten 2 bosses. They were very difficult, but just great stuff. And the other game I've been playing this week, 2 games. Kirby Planet Robobot, which is yeah, I did. Dude, it's phenomenal. I love it. I have not played a Kirby game in years, and I wanted to put my new 3DS through its paces. So I picked up Kirby Planet Robobot, and I'm about halfway through the game. And dude, that game is just pure platforming joy. If you have a 3DS, I highly recommend you pick it up.
That's what Kyle said when he was on.
Yeah, no, dude, well, that's one of the reasons I bought it.
Awesome.
And
That's
dude,
awesome.
it's fucking great. And I'll tell you what, it's some of the best visuals I've seen on that system too. Like it is a really good looking game, and it's also
Doesn't take much.
It doesn't. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't take much, but it is a really good look. That game would look right at home on Vita, and it is probably the best utilization of the 3DS's 3D capability that I've seen.
Ooh, that's crazy.
It really is. No, because the game involves a lot of jumping back and forth between planes. So it's implemented really well. It's one of the few games I would actually recommend that you turn the 3D on because it's almost necessary for the entire experience, in my opinion. I mean, you can play without it, but I highly recommend you flip it on. And then Drawn to Death. I played the limited access version a little bit. It's okay. I think it's got some issues it needs to work out. Character animation seems really stiff.
That's
what I felt.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Because like you're running around, and like you'll turn and your legs turn, and the rest you don't. The rest you
it's just strange, right?
Yeah, I was like,
It's
whoa.
It's almost like tank controls.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, he's the Exorcist. Like he's body contorting. And so I mean it's got potential. I think the art design is really cool, but so far I haven't seen it do anything that I would say sets it apart from any other arena shooter. Some of the special effects of the weapons are really cool. There's one weapon that fires like 16-bit JRPGs.
Yeah, I was actually playing around with that last night. That's
actually really cool. That's a really cool weapon effect. But aside from that, yeah, it's all right. It's pretty cool. But then again, I'm basing this off having played it for like 20 minutes. So I mean, my opinion could change.
Yeah, the last time I played it, like a couple months ago, it was kind of confusing as to what stuff actually did. It could have gotten much better by now, in explaining things. But it was just like, oh, there's that, this thing, it does that. I'm not sure how it happened, but I used a power or something like that as like a power up. So, are you still playing Fury, John? Like, how does that compare to Hyper Light Drifter for somebody who hasn't played either of them?
Hyper Light Drifter is okay. So they're two very different games. They have sort of similar art styles. The art style in Fury is a little more detailed, a little more refined, I think. But I think Hyper Light Drifter is the vastly superior game. Just because like Fury wasn't for me. Like I made it to the third or fourth boss. I can't remember which one. It's not so much about skill as it is just memorization.
Yeah, it's almost like a bullet hell game mixed with like a boss rush.
Yeah, no, that's a great analogy.
Fun at all.
That's a great analogy. Well, and like the other thing is, people in chat are asking what that one-up sound was. That was actually my phone. Sorry, guys, I had to mute it. But I guess my nephew is in the ER, but he's gonna be fine.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, he I guess he was playing baseball, and there was a collision in the outfield, and he has a broken jaw.
Oh shit.
Damn,
crap.
that sucks, man.
That sucks. I'll have to give my wife's family a call after the podcast. But anyway, he's gonna be okay. But I appreciate everybody's concern. That's really awesome, guys. The fuck was that? Fury. Fury. Yeah, so I got distracted there for a minute. Fury is. It's okay. I mean, it's free. So I mean, if you got PlayStation Plus, I mean, there's no reason for you not to try it. And who knows? It may. I will say this: the soundtrack in Fury is fucking amazing.
I love that soundtrack. Yeah, I like Hyper Light Drifter, but I prefer Fury soundtrack to it. But that's just style-wise,
Especially that one track that plays when you're fighting the jailer, the first boss.
Oh, so good,
dude.
So good,
dude.
So good.
I actually I put that on my phone and I run and work out to that track. It gets me so pumped up and like ready to go. It's fucking awesome. And here's the thing, like the other thing about Fury, and I don't know, you guys who have played this, you tell me if I'm just complaining about nothing here, but I get that it's basically a boss run, or a boss run. I get that it's a boss run game, but man, that downtime when you're walking in between enemies just like grates on you, man. Because he walks so slow.
You're like, come on, go. Let's just go.
Dude, seriously, he's walking like.
I know, and he's like almost dragging. It's almost like you imagine somebody dreaming walking. It's like, oh god.
Dude, I fell asleep because I put it on auto walk and I fell asleep while he was walking, and then I woke up and I had died like 20 times because the dude just kept whacking me over and over.
That's awesome.
I mean, so yeah, I ended I'll probably get back to it at some point, but honestly, with the with the deluge of games that's coming out over the next few months, I don't see myself picking up anytime soon. I mean, dude, next month I got Abzu, which I am just
Next
completely,
Tuesday.
Yeah, next Tuesday. Or I'm sorry, next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's just
5 days from now.
Tuesday.
Next
Tuesday
Tuesday you
and
got Abzu, and then the week after that you have No Man's Sky.
No Man's
Finally.
Ridiculous.
And then dude, Deus Ex. I mean, there's actually a really cool Diablo-looking game coming out that you guys need to check out called Brutal. Have you guys heard about this game?
Is that one of the 4 PlayStation Plus whatever special games? Brutal.
I think so.
Is
I
that
think
one
so.
with the @ sign for the A?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks
Okay.
so cool. I love the
haven't-
design for that game.
I haven't
gotta
really
check
checked
it
it
out.
out by principle of there being an @ sign as the A.
I thought it was really cool.
I'll check it out by principle by being a huge Diablo fan.
Yes, actually I get more of a Gauntlet vibe from it, to be honest with you, because it's got like
Either or. I like
yeah,
both.
but it's
Awesome.
but it's going to be great. But yeah, the 2 I'm looking forward to the most. Well, the 3 are Abzu, Deus Ex, and No Man's Sky. It's a good month for games. Like anybody
August-
on either
August is gonna
console,
kick ass.
dude. Anybody on either console or any console right now or PC who says, "Oh, there's no games to play," you could stick it up your ass, man, because
There's no games to
you're
play.
dreaming. You're dreaming. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get when
I
people say
don't-
there's
I
no
don't get it.
games. Like I don't understand.
I don't
Wait,
get
I don't
people
understand.
complaining about this.
No Man's Sky on the panel?
I'm fucking
Just out of curiosity.
stoked.
Me.
Yeah, I just watched the 4 trailers today. Actually, I was trying to hold off, but I was like,
Yeah.
I kind of want to check
What
this
was
out.
it? Combat, exploration, survival, and
Yep.
what's it? Trading.
Yeah, trading.
Yeah, trade. And everybody
So good.
hated on the trading trailer, but that's the one that I like the most because you know me, I love rocks, looking at rocks, and like that showed the mining part of
Because
it.
you rock, JT. You
That's
rock.
JT's gonna be
Aw.
mining.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean that's the most appealing thing to me is the mining part. That looks super awesome. Mining and crafting new stuff. That's looks super awesome. However, I worry a little bit about the first person combat. That looked very basic to me. So like you could craft this awesome weapon with all the stuff that you mine, but then like what's it gonna matter if the guns feel like crap,
I mean, honestly, dude, like I don't think you're supposed to go into this with like combat being the first and foremost thing on your mind. I get cause from what I've read about it, like you can be like a fucking bounty hunter. I mean you can do whatever you want.
No, I mean like I totally get that. Like this is the most hyped I've been for No Man's Sky since it came out. Like there was a peak when the first trailer got released, like just atmospheric levels, kind of funny there. And then it kind of like leveled out once we learned more about it. It's like, oh, this is just what it is and everything. And then I got kind of down on it. Like I probably look it up on past podcasts. I was very skeptical, but now it's hit critical mass. I think for excitement levels for me. I'm really excited to go explore.
The game hit retailers, I guess, yesterday or today.
Yeah, there were some pictures going out. Yeah.
Yeah, they went out on Reddit. Someone that was working at Fry's was opening the box and showing them. Someone on eBay sold one copy of the game, not from Fry's, but from somewhere, for $2,000.
Okay, I don't know.
No.
And it is shipping today. So
I don't need it that bad.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jesus, it was me.
It was you.
Sorry.
It
wasn't
wasn't
right.
Being worth it.
But in all seriousness, like yeah, I mean, dude, No Man's Sky, like this is something that I've talked about this on the podcast before. I mean, this isn't anything new, but I mean, I have always wanted to be able to jump into a spaceship and just go do my thing, and No Man's Sky will allow me to do that, and it is. I mean, I will say this: like the menus are so heavily Destiny inspired. I'm like, oh, come on, guys. I mean, you're not even being subtle about it, but you know what? That just reinforces like the idea in my head that this is what Destiny was supposed to be. Like
Well, I think
yeah.
and
that's
what
I thought it was going to be.
Well, what I mean by that is that Destiny. Oh, my dog just ran off. What I mean by that is that Destiny was marketed as this game where you were going to go visit new worlds and you were going to, you're going to explore the galaxy and
Fight.
and then you had 5 planets in the solar system and I'm like, okay. But No Man's Sky is No Man's Sky is promising something that no other developer has tried yet. I mean, this is a persistent
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. The concept itself is crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. But I honestly think that they're underselling it because I think it's going to over deliver on a lot of things.
I'd rather do that though. You know.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Like I don't know. I mean, I have a strong vibe, a strong sense of how this may do. Wink, wink.
Oh boy.
And it may blow everybody away.
What? No, like as far as the game quality?
As actually a really fucking good game and amazing to play. So
I like where this is going. Can you tell us any more?
I can only say that please be hype. And
He's already got 100 hours.
Pay attention.
Yeah, Al got that was a $2,000 guy.
Al's already named 35 planets.
I have not played the game. I have not played the game.
If I jump into the game, I see an alcoholic cost planet. I know you
That's
were
it.
there.
If everything
what are you guys
is
going to name your planets? That's a great question. What are you guys going to name your planets and your fauna? And that goes for people in chat too.
Yeah,
what are you guys going to name this shit?
Yeah, that'd be that's a good idea. That's a good idea for the contest for the NHL beta.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh, there you go.
Tell you what, yeah, that's awesome. Throw out some names for your planets and your creatures in the chat, and at the end of the podcast, we'll pick the best ones, and you guys will get some NHL 7 beta codes.
Whatever
I don't know.
the best way I can work balls into working the game. That's what's gonna be.
Well, that's easy, dude. Just pull him in black. Okay, he's a Balchinian.
Balchinian.
He's a Balchinian. I'm gonna name one planet Super Deformed Gamescastia.
I like it.
Yeah, right?
Boom.
Hell yeah.
I wonder what the character limit is.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat said that's Jesse. He's going to use his full name.
Planet Jesse.
Planet Jesse.
Yeah, I mean, like if I discovered a new
308. Yeah.
But what else is coming? Oh, and Deus Ex is going to be fucking awesome. I don't know if you guys have seen those.
Deus Ex looks crazy.
Well, dude, the hands-on impressions that were posted on Gaff and that Gaff thread about 2 weeks ago were fucking insane.
Did you guys see that Prague video that I posted?
Yep.
Crazy, man.
I did. I am and my wife actually, Vicky, is very excited about Deus Ex as well. She actually played the DLC for the original Deus Ex, and I didn't. So she's a huge Deus Ex fan.
Nice.
I wanted to ask you guys and people in chat as well, but some big NX news dropped this week.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. And of course, places like Gaff just completely that Gaff thread about the Eurogamer leak is exactly why I try not to post on Gaff anymore.
There you go.
Dude, I was like, this is why I am slowly moving away from Gaff.
Oh God, it's better to just make funny jokes about it and wait till it actually comes out. I mean,
bringing this full circle for just 1 sec before you get into the NX stuff.
Please.
There was a No Man's Sky stream actually of a guy who had the game early. I don't know how long that lasted, but just as I tuned in to the Twitch stream, he was saying NeoGAF. I don't even know who NeoGAF is. What is NeoGAF?
Exactly.
Apparently, like
And
people in chat were talking about it or something.
What is this thing you call NeoGAF?
They thought it was like a person or somebody's username. And
where do I find this NeoGAF?
Well, you got to think first of all. Like, there's way more people who don't know about NeoGAF than there are people who know about NeoGAF.
I have no idea what NeoGAF is.
I wish I had the novelty of not knowing what it was.
I wish I was NeoGAF's Facebook friend.
Okay, I'll tell you this much, Enrique.
Sounds like a great
everybody
guy.
on Gaff has a love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah.
Because like honestly, I really wouldn't have this podcast if I wasn't on Gaff, because I met most of you guys on Gaff, and you guys are fucking awesome, and I love all you guys. But at the same time, like the shit posting that goes on Gaff is just nothing short of legendary in a very
Al
bad
told me
way.
to stay away.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, it's. I mean, you're not even going to get in there for 6 months because it's really. They like to make it really exclusive, far more exclusive than it should be. And it is. I mean, you'll be waiting 6 months for your application to get approved.
Yeah, I was still activated with the Air Force when I applied for my membership.
That's crazy.
It's pretty great.
Is it true?
Later, I got in. 2 years.
Yeah.
Even the mods, Bisha and Xander, were like, "How the hell did that slip through?" I was like, "I have no idea," but there you go.
It took me 5 months. 5 months for my application to go through. But then again, I'm Mr. Negative, so like a boss.
There you go. They
But
like
anyway,
the Marines. They don't like the Air Force.
It's very true. Well, that's because we're the first to fight.
There you go.
Ooh.
So the NX. So according to Eurogamer, and this was something big that just broke earlier this week. So it says on the Move, NX will function as a high-powered handheld console with its own display. Here's the twist: we've heard the screen is bookended by 2 controller sections on either side, which can be attached or detached as required. Then, when you get home, the system can connect to your TV for gaming on the big screen. A base unit or dock station is used to connect the brain of the NX within the controller to display on your TV. NX will use game cartridges as its choice of physical media, multiple sources have also told us. Considering NX's basis as a handheld first and foremost, the choice may not come as too much of a surprise, although we have heard the suggestion Nintendo recommends a 32GB cartridge. And then they talk about the chipset a little bit. It says, inside the NX, the system will harness NVIDIA's powerful mobile processor Tegra. Graphical comparisons with current consoles are difficult due to the vastly different nature of the device. But once again, we've heard Nintendo is not chasing graphical parity, which is very wise of them. We'll get into that in a minute. Quite the opposite. It is sacrificing power to ensure it can squeeze all this technology into a handheld, something which also tallies with earlier reports. And the chipset itself is apparently a stock Tegra X1, which powers NX dev units. They have 0.521 teraflops. Teraflops! But likely the end platform has specializations. Power somewhere between a Wii U and Xbox One, but portable. Okay, so what do you guys think about this?
Al, I got a question for Al, and maybe I don't know if you know this, Al, but isn't the Tegra, in terms of like graphics, like I heard it to be on par with like PlayStation 3. Is that true? Do you know anything about that, Al?
I mean, yes and no. I mean,
Does it have a cell in it?
Yeah.
Can I run my
multiple cells? Now, if you look at something like the NVIDIA Shield, which is I will compare the NX to, as far as the NX on paper that we just read, that John just told us about.
Yeah.
I would compare that to the NVIDIA Shield as far as most of the features. It's a standalone handheld unit. You can take it mobile. However, but it also runs on a Tegra chip for its actual when you're mobile. However, you can also stream on the NVIDIA Shield. So if you had a capable PC in your house, you could stream to your handheld, and it would basically just stream whatever you have at whatever resolution. I think the screen resolution on the NVIDIA Shield is actually pretty baller. I think it's a 720 screen or even 1080. I could be wrong though, but
fucking outstanding.
It's nice tech, but it's also sort of useless if you have a PC. Why don't you just play the PC? But whatever, people want to play stuff mobile. That's cool. But if you're away from your PC and you wanted to play games just for it, they're kind of like what are those like Android games? There's some good-looking Android games, but there's a lot of games that aren't really graphically intense. So it just depends. It's sort of like iPhone games. Yeah, I'll even say, like, even iPhone games now, I mean, you can get some really nice-looking iPhone games, but they're still, like, not as crazy as, say, like an Xbox One game or a PS4 game.
Yeah, right. Uncharted Temple Run is awesome looking. The cel-shaded graphics on that is amazing.
So to answer your question,
Nate is so responsive when you flick your finger across his ass to make him jump.
To answer your question, Enrique, to the best of my knowledge, it's comparative to that, but it could have been tweaked. I mean, the NVIDIA Shields, like I said, NVIDIA Shield, it can stream stuff really well, but I don't know if it's just streaming it or if it's actually playing it, because like everyone knows, like you can stream Destiny, you can stream Uncharted 4 to your Vita. The game is the Vita's not really making the graphics happen. The PS4 is, so. I don't know. I don't know if the Tegra has actually the power to do it. And what John said, the 0.53 or 0.54 teraflops, that's kind of like, after hearing like these new boxes are going to be 3 teraflops and like 6 teraflops and then 11 teraflops for
so
the
many
PC
fucking
card.
flops, dude. Like I've always maintained that.
From the top.
I've always maintained that sounds like a wrestling move, man. I'm signaling for the big
I wish.
Let me tell you something.
I wish we didn't even have that term, because people have no idea. Like, I have no idea what he.
More than
Al, you don't know what teraflops are?
Let me tell you
No, I know a teraflop.
When all my Hulkamaniacs signal for the big teraflop, you know shit's going down, brother.
But the thing is, like, what do these teraflops mean in this situation? Because, like, without a base unit, is this teraflops just based off the Tegra card in that handheld is a half a teraflop. Is that good or is that bad? I mean, I don't know.
Man.
knows?
I just know that I'm going to be flopping so hard over this thing.
Flopping
Oh my lord!
So, and I also want to lead into the. We heard it was on
Tech
it's on
talk.
carts, right? On discs, right? Little scan discs, flash media.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
Yeah.
I thought
Who
a cart
told-
meant like a
Who
physical.
told you it was going to be on flash media?
Al, you
That's
did.
right. I called that a long time ago.
You might have said that on Basement Radio Arcade podcast.
Yeah, man. Now you're
just want-
playing with flops.
No, yeah. Now you're playing with flops in chat. I love it.
Whiz.
That's
I like it.
outstanding. Actually, Trago in chat made a really good point about the NX, and I wanted to read it to you guys. He said, all of Nintendo's games on one device. That's a killer exclusive lineup, no matter which way you cut it. And that is true. You know, and that is one reason why I think that Nintendo is very smart and not to be they're not trying to compete with Sony and Microsoft, and that is the absolute right move for them. They don't need to. This is a kind of a brand new experience. This is something really that hasn't been done before. So, like honestly, like if this thing comes in the way I think it will, anywhere between $199 and $250.
Absolutely. I
it's going-
100% say it's going to be that price.
Well,
199 to
yeah.
250.
Did you guys hear that they're and who knows if this is true, but apparently it's supposed to be priced to sell to the masses.
Yeah. Well, no, I do.
That's
Like, yeah,
$200.
$199, $250. Absolutely. And dude, if I can get that's basically taking something that's more powerful than a Wii U. And let's call a spade a spade. I wouldn't exactly call Wii U games ugly. Like, there are some gorgeous Wii U games out there. I mean, dude, Breath of the Wild. I mean, dude, the new Zelda looks fucking awesome. And if I can take that and have it look better than it does on a Wii U and take it wherever I go, that's fucking outstanding.
Yeah, I don't care about the flops, man. I want that game.
I just want, and that's the thing, is that people get so held up about how many flops something has, or how many, or how fast something runs, or what the resolution is. I mean, the last time I checked, one of the best games I've played in months is Hyper Light Drifter, and it looks like almost like a fucking Atari game, just a souped up Atari game. And that game is fucking awesome. So it has nothing to do with how a game looks, and that is I can't stand the attitude. This, at GAF it's all over the place. You know, like, this is really disappointing. Just look at that thread on NeoGAF with the fucking Eurogamer article, and you'll
But why
see
is it
post after
disappointing?
post.
I don't understand.
I don't want to
I
look
get
at it. It's terrible.
Because
It would be disappointing if it was expensive.
Yes, I agree. But dude, for no more than I guarantee
It's all about gameplay.
$250 is what the single cost, if not less. And for that, you're getting probably the best lineup of first-party games in the business, because nobody does first-party like Nintendo. Like you can sit here and you can argue Microsoft has the best exclusives. Sony has the best. Well, actually, Nintendo, my friend, has the best exclusives.
Has always had the best exclusives.
That's never going to change. That is never going to. The only thing I ask is that we get a proper Metroid game. Please give me a Metroid game. Not Metroid Federation Force.
Hey, you know what? That might get a port though. You could get that on the NX.
Speaking of ports, so no backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I'm a little disappointed by that, but I understand the reasoning behind it.
I think they got to start on a ground level to get their unified account system in place. But going forward,
yes,
if this is a success, gosh, I gotta lay off the founders.
Ballast point.
I see them going forward with a unified console, like unified account, so they can transfer this stuff forward. But it's a shame for people who have invested like so much. I transferred most of my stuff from Wii to Wii U, but I don't think I can do it a third time, because that's a lot of money. That sort of sucks, you know.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I am far, far, far more interested in the NX than I am PSVR, by like a country mile.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't agree with that.
All right, let's hear it. No, let's hear it.
Steve, let's do it.
Well,
No, let's hear it. Let's mix it up. Steve, why not?
Well, first, I've mentioned that I like the NX idea because I think it's going to bring people from mobile gaming back into console gaming. And this device does exactly that. That's exactly how it's designed. And they're smart to do it, because I think the market they're going to be tapping into is probably not going to be our own as much as it will be the Asia Pacific, which controls nearly half of all the gaming revenue, which is $99.6 billion in 2016 as projected, which is something like 10% higher than it was last year, by far the largest growth rate. When they're going to be competing with something like the Fuse and more consoles that are trying to get into the country, this is going to be a good middle price point, and I think it's going to allow a lot of the publishers that would have found a home on Fuse to find something that they can work with the NX hardware. So you're going to have a lot of third-party development. I think that goes without saying with Nintendo, but I think there's more reason to think that in the current climate in Asia. That success is going to translate to more people playing video games, and that's great. So I think it does hinge on some part with how they manage their multiplayer gaming systems, whether or not they integrate their community the correct way, because they've always failed at that. But I think there's been enough success in the industry to copy somebody or to get the right person in there.
You guys ever notice how whenever Steve talks, he makes the rest of us sound unintelligent?
Yeah, I feel really fucking dumb right now, to be honest.
He's like the silent Bob of SDGC. Like, he doesn't say, like, he waits and he doesn't say anything, but then when he says something, like, everybody fucking stops. There's no interrupting. There's no arguing. It's just Steve is talking and everybody's going.
But you know, everything he said just made complete sense.
It did.
No, you brought up a good point about the Asian market, though.
Yes.
The handhelds have succeeded in Japan because people can take it on the train with them and pull it out of their pocket, like stuff in their pocket or their backpack real quick. The NX is going to be, like, if these leaked whatever they are, patents or whatever, come true, if those are real, then this is going to be a bigger device than like what a Vita is or what a 3DS is, and that's not going to be the most portable thing, right? Because I mean, like, it's like an iPad size, right? That's what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, maybe, right? I mean, we don't really know.
But I mean, if that's
Yeah,
You'd have to imagine.
It sort of looked a little bit bigger than maybe a 6S, iPhone 6S.
So here's the thing we're not really talking about, is the fact that this is essentially, I mean, it's not really a console and it's not really a handheld device. It's neither and it's both at the same time. It is, but it also but if you want to call it a handheld device, that's fine. But it's a handheld device that allows for local co-op. So I mean, obviously, I think that's why the screen has to be as large as it purportedly is, and it makes sense. I just want to know how that works. Because you got to figure those controllers they can't be too big.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
I
what
think
battery life is going to be on them.
I can see that. Yeah.
I guess to finish or complete the thought I had, the NX is exciting for a different reason, pretty much, than VR. But I am still more excited about VR because VR is trying to appeal to gamers like us. They're not trying to get that middle of the road or that lost mobile gamer.
Are they, though?
Going the wrong direction? VR's for the hardcore, man. I don't know that you can get a casual game. I mean, you might get some casual gaming audience, but if you can get this thing working the right way, you could certainly see how that would be just a completely different experience. And the fact that so many publishers are getting or developers have gotten their hands on it so far, and they're certainly putting something into it, this could be the time that it takes off. And it's going to be going alongside the Oculus. I think that's probably going to be quite honestly, I think that's going to be a more exciting release, but I'll still pony up the money for PlayStation VR. I'm almost sure of it.
I mean, like, I've tried VR, and I know Enrique has, and I think maybe Al has. I may be wrong on that, Al. But
I haven't tried PSVR. Maybe I'll try it this weekend.
Al paid someone to go try it out for him.
Yeah, there you go. That's the same thing. But honestly, I'm just like, whatever. I mean, I can, and I say this as a big PlayStation guy. I mean, I can wait. It's nothing that, like, because the thing is like, when I game, and I play games every single night, which is awesome. That's why it's awesome to have a wife who enjoys playing games as well. But I play games every single night. I usually play on average on the weekdays about 3 hours a night, and then on the weekends, fucking game on. I play all the time on the weekends, and I'm not gonna fucking sit. I don't want to sit there. I've had this thing on my head. It's very comfortable, but I also don't want to play a VR game for 2 or 3 hours, which is why I think it is more suited to. I mean, that's why you see all these games called experiences. They're not games. They're like the Battlefield or the Battlefront experience. The Batman Arkham VR is just an hour long. I mean, so these I don't, and of course you've got games like Resident Evil 7, which will have full VR capability, but I mean, I don't want to sit there and play a 10, 12-hour campaign with something over my eyes and something on my head. I mean, look at the
terrible
there's,
idea.
Well, for Rise of the Tomb Raider, when it comes out on PS4, it has VR capability, but it's for one level.
Yeah.
One level, and there's
Prop manner, right?
yeah, it's the manor, and I guarantee it's gonna, and I guarantee you it's gonna be a first-person mode where you're walking through the manor and you're picking stuff up and you know how you're turning it over,
Just like Laura in real life.
you're gonna pick it up and it's gonna give you the option. I'll just use Claptrap here. It's gonna give you the option to just like spin it around and zoom in and zoom out,
and then you find the history of the actual item.
Exactly,
and there's one crack that's on it.
Exactly, that's what it's going to be, and it's going to last about 45 minutes. So, and there is a reason. There's a reason that they are calling these things what they are: experiences and not games.
Yeah.
So I am not convinced. I'm not convinced that $3.99 is worth it. I'm not convinced that I'm not convinced that any VR machine, and that goes for Oculus, Vive, sorry, or PSVR. That goes for any of these. I'm not convinced that it's worth the fucking price of entry right now. That could change in a year as technology evolves, but right now, no thanks. I am far more stoked about the NX.
What's the price point for Vive?
Oh, shit, fucking
$800.
expensive. Yeah, it's like $800.
$799.
I'm not paying. No, I'm not paying. No,
Sonny.
that kind of money for that? No.
My buddy Sonny tried it out for 12 days, I think, and then he
Sonny tried. Yeah, he loved it. He loved it.
I heard it's awesome.
He said it was okay, but he said he couldn't see himself like. He said it's too.
I thought
early.
he loved it. I thought Sonny loved it.
I mean, I can ask him again, but his impression, his direction. You know what? I'm going to pull up my conversation to him.
Yeah, pull it up. I want to see that.
Let's see.
But the VR thing's for the hardcore people right now, at least it is. But I think it has the potential to appeal to the casual audience.
Absolutely, yeah. I would think
with
so.
the experience stuff you were talking about, John. Like when I did the Shark Tank demo, I was like, oh, okay, I could see something like that appealing to.
Well, guys, apparently,
and then you got to believe at some
apparently the
point.
stream stopped for a minute.
Huh?
Apparently, the stream stopped for a minute.
Oh, are we still live?
No, no, we're live, but the stream
okay.
stopped for a minute. But all our viewers are coming back in, so I just wanted to point that out.
I got the thing up. It says he asks, I really want to try out VR, man. Like proper try it out, not at a store. I talked to an HTC rep. He said I can return it if I'm not satisfied within 14 days. And I said, hey man, do what your heart wants. You want to try it? Vive is the best spec-wise, excluding the HoloLens, but that's like $2,000 or something. So anyways, a week later, he gets back to me and he's like, so yeah, this is a good experience, but I'm most likely sending it back. The resolution is simply not good enough. He was telling me that they do compromise a lot of graphics, like even on PC, like they tone it down to keep those super high frame rates. He said, I can't imagine how much worse it would be on the other headsets since this one is supposedly the best. And I said, damn, yeah, that doesn't sound really too good for me. And then he said, I'll wait for 4K Generation 2 headsets. No way I'm touching another 1080p headset with the 10-foot pole. I love the games, but man, shit looks like you're playing a PS2 with 360 level assets on a PC, no exaggeration. So I was like, oh, damn.
Damn, that's damning, man.
So, Sonny, I didn't want to put you on blast, but you had some really good things to say about.
All I gotta say is ouch.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the Vive or the Vive.
The Vive.
So that's $800, and that's not the PSVR, and that's way lower specs than the Vive.
I have a feeling that I'm going to want PSVR for one game and one game alone, and that's Rigs, and I won't play anything else.
I thought you were going to say like Rocket League.
Well, basically like first-person shooter Rocket League. I mean, honestly.
Can you imagine how like Rocket League in VR would just make you yak all over your fucking lap? Like,
especially if it was like first person, like cockpit view.
Wait, first person what?
Cockpit view?
I thought you said first person cock view. I was
oh my god! I thought JT said the same thing. I was like,
I don't know, man. Like
I do love Rocket League.
Well, I mean, he did say earlier he'd been thinking about something for a long time about himself. So, but I was cock view, like not for me.
The VR cock view.
I'm not judging.
You know, Rocket League, it explodes after you score.
Oh.
Just like real life.
It's messy.
That feels like an instant gratification that I love from Rocket League.
Why do you think I play it every night?
Kyle Bossman's description of it on this show was pretty selling. I thought his experience as he described it was enough to get me to want to buy one. And at half the price of the Vive, I'm okay with it, or Vive, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, something I wanted to say about the NX. I want to kind of steer back to the NX real quick. Is that I guess the reason I'm more excited for it than I am for PSVR is because Sony's doing fine. And people are saying, oh, if VR, if it doesn't work, then it's going to sink the PlayStation 4. It's going to sink Sony. No, it's not.
Nah.
Just like the Xbox One didn't do great, and the Xbox division is doing just fine. So they'll recover, I'm sure, and it'll be just fine. What I really want is for the NX to succeed, because I want a resurgent Nintendo. I want Nintendo to be healthy again. And
yes.
the prospect of the guys who basically started it all, getting back into the game and getting that Wii era success again really, really excites me. Because Nintendo games are fucking great. I mean, we've already mentioned several times that there's really no first-party stable on Sony or Microsoft that can hold a candle to what Nintendo brings to the table from a first-party perspective. And those games deserve to be played. I mean, most Nintendo first-party games are just masterworks.
So good.
And so I guess my reason is twofold. One, I want as many people to be able to play these games as possible, and two, I want Nintendo back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want that company back.
Yeah, exactly. Like nobody gets excited about like the Wii U, for example. No, I want that excitement again about a Nintendo console. That's what I want, really. Because and also because, I mean, this is something that has never been tried before. I mean, it is a combination, and really, it's a genius move for Nintendo. I mean, because they've got the handheld market on lockdown.
It makes sense for them.
Lockdown. Yeah. I mean, the Vita right now is my favorite handheld, but I mean, the 3DS just obliterated it in sales.
Hey, speaking of the Vita, real quick plug for Severed. It came out on iOS today, so go buy that.
Amazing game.
It's $6 right now.
Fantastic game.
Drinkbox Studios puts out some. I mean, they did Mutant Blob's Attack, they did Guacamelee, and they did Severed, which are three, coincidentally, of the best games available on the Vita right now. And if you need that Metroidvania itch, like Guacamelee is the way to go.
So good. Soundtrack is phenomenal.
It really is, and the sense of humor in the game is
the
just
chicken
awesome.
part. Oh, so awesome.
But Severed is such a change in pace from the humor of Guacamelee. But if you have not played Severed, I just played them in the game about a month ago. A fucking great game.
Yeah, sorry to take the rail.
No, dude, you're fine. I'm always willing to talk about Severed and how people should play it. But yeah, how do you guys think this is going to sell? And this goes for anybody in chat as well. Apparently, according to this Eurogamer article, I can't talk anymore. There's going to be an official reveal in September, followed by a launch sometime in March, which I think is a good window. I don't think this thing should try to launch against the Neo. I don't think it's a good policy. What do you think? What do you guys think this is going to do sales-wise? Like realistically, what are you expecting?
Realistically, it's going to obliterate. I think it's going to be insane. If it comes in at $199 to $250 and it has a stable out the door, it has Breath of the Wild, it has. Can
you imagine if that's a launch title?
That's what the rumor was, John.
That
was the strong rumor that they were going to put it out day and date with NX.
That shit's day one for me.
You can't ask for. I mean, dude. If this thing launches with Zelda Breath of the Wild, that is a easy day one purchase. Easily, that's not even a question.
For you, me, and everybody else, I think, on this podcast.
Yeah.
But I see it doing really well. I mean. Unless it doesn't have like a good launch lineup, I mean,
it's Nintendo. I can't see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta have something.
No, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, after the Wii U, just fucking. I mean, the Wii U was a disaster. I mean, it wasn't just a lack of software launch, but it was also the messaging. It wasn't priced well. The messaging was fucked up. People were like, "Is it a controller for the Wii? I don't know what this is."
It was so confusing.
That's what I thought it was, dude. That's what I thought it was. Which is funny considering that the NX sounds like a reversal of the Wii U gamepad. I mean, honest to God, it kind of does.
Yeah.
But and Nintendo is playing this very smart. All they're going to say is it's a place where you can play all your Nintendo games, all of them. They're all going to be available right here. That's all they need to say. No bullshit mixed messages, no weird marketing schemes. If they launch this thing anywhere between $199, and this is, I guess, my opinion, $199 and $250, and they launch with a solid stable of games, there's going to be a Mario game. God, please let there be Zelda Breath of the Wild, maybe like a fucking Metroid game, something Kirby, something Wii Sports related. It is. I agree with Al. This thing, it's going to put Nintendo back on the map, and they're going to make up. And well, here's the thing: like this thing, if they sell it at $199, $250, it can't be that expensive to produce, right? Like,
no, not
not
really.
with what's in it.
Yeah. Another aspect that's interesting is they said that all mobile games going forward will be compatible with NX. So you're looking at like
open up the library.
The potential for them to maybe vet the developer for Pokemon Go for another one. What's the name of it? The developer?
Nicantus or I always get it's Nicholas, right?
Nicholas.
Did they make it?
Yeah.
No, that's the Cave Story people, isn't it?
I don't know. Craig,
Nicholas is the company that actually.
Chris, I see you in chat. Who made Pokemon Go?
It's Nicholas.
Niantic. Thank you, Chris.
Yep.
What the fuck, Nicholas? What the fuck are we talking about?
Nicholas is like people who made Cave Story. I don't know why.
Okay.
Nicholas is an indie developer.
But
Yeah,
you guys
But anyways, but there's a rumor of them like if they do the mobile market too, John, they're gonna make so much money just on that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So,
and especially like, dude, if this thing is, I mean, if like I said, if this thing is more powerful than a Wii U and you can take it anywhere, like, I mean, that's
sold.
I'm sold. Yeah.
Day one.
I don't know if you guys have ever played fucking Mario Kart 8, but that's a beautiful fucking game. So
with this though, like if the console is a little bit bigger, like and you can take it anywhere, whatever. I wonder what will happen to Street Pass, because that honestly is a feature that I love, like being able to go around and exchange information with players that you meet like in person. I love that. And I'll go out to places on like Street Pass weekends. I'll like specifically go to McDonald's just to get some Street Passes and get some cool, stuff in my games. So like if that means that Street Pass goes away, I don't know like how I'd feel about that. Well,
that actually raises a really good question, JT, and I'll post this to everybody, both on the panel and in chat. Like, so this is, I mean, you can take this device wherever you go. I mean, is this going to be a Wi-Fi device? Like, are you going to need a 3G connection? Like, I mean. Because I can't imagine you'd be able to hook this thing up to a LAN cable, right? Or an Ethernet cable?
Maybe when it's docked, but yeah, it's probably going to be on the Wi-Fi.
Probably Wi-Fi, yeah.
I hope to God there's an Ethernet cable.
I mean, I hope I do. That's the one thing that's been bugging me about this is like, I mean, if it's a mobile, I mean, so if it has all the characteristics of a handheld, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and so. Ideal. I mean, obviously, it's going to have Wi-Fi, right? But what if it doesn't have an Ethernet port? I mean, that to me would be a huge misstep.
It's going to take a long time.
Really, I'm okay with that.
Those games.
I think I know, but that's exactly what Al hit it on the head. I mean, it's going to take. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to download a fucking game over a Wi-Fi connection, but Jesus Christ.
On the eShop, it makes the PS3's store seem like it's moving at high speed.
Lightning.
I have a decent internet setup here, but man, Wi-Fi.
What are your speeds now?
I think it's 120 down and 80 up.
Oh, did you get nice? You got a nice setup.
But it's
faster than my ex-wife.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It takes so long though. I downloaded Xenoblade Chronicles X. Granted, that's a huge game.
I need to try that.
I think it took like 5 or 6 hours. I was just like, "Are you kidding me? I gotta."
Is that
go
worth
out.
it, Al? I've got a 3DS now. Is Xenoblade Chronicles worth it?
I haven't played the 3DS version.
If you have the chance, because you can get it on Wii U, you can get the original on Wii U now, I think. But I mean, it's faithful, but it's also in 240p, and this is a game that's absolutely beautiful. Playing it on PC in like 1080p, I was just like, wow, this looks so great on Dolphin.
Well, like
even on the Wii resolution, I think it's.
Are you talking about the original, John, or Xenoblade Chronicles, or Xenoblade Chronicles X, the new one?
The new one.
He's talking about the new one.
The new one is not available.
The new one's only on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. I thought it was available on the 3DS, but I guess I was wrong.
No. Just the first one. But I mean, it's still like if you want to.
I liked it.
RPG.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out.
Okay.
The second
Ton of
one,
content.
super slow burner with an awesome payoff.
Oh,
But, like,
you finally beat that? I thought you left it halfway through.
is it still worth? I mean, is it worth my time to still pick up a Wii U? Because I've always wanted one. I don't have one. I really want to play. I want to play games like fucking Splatoon.
Get on the cheap
and
do it.
Yeah, man. You know what? If you can, I mean, this sounds like a terrible idea, but if you really are sort of apprehensive and you want to get it on the cheap, just wait for Black Friday.
yeah, I guess so.
Last Black Friday they had the Splatoon deal where it was the Splatoon game, an extra a Pro controller with the Wii Pad, the 32 gig model, and 2 games for like $250. It was insane. It was an insane deal.
Wow. Well, and I guess that comes to my next question is, what do you guys see Nintendo doing in regards to support for the Wii U after the NX launches?
Oh God, I think it's dead in the water,
Yeah,
man.
I think
You
it
think
is
so?
too.
And you know what? Honestly, even thinking about it even further, if you are going to get an NX, you might want to just wait. There's rumors that they're going to just start bringing all the best-selling stuff forward.
I've been wondering about that, dude. Like, I would be stunned if you don't see Super Mario Maker on the NX.
Yeah.
I will be stunned if that. I mean, hell, dude, that could be a fucking launch title.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have to.
That, I
Imagine
mean, there's
having a launch
rumors.
title with Zelda.
Yeah. Emily Rogers was teasing a bunch of stuff coming out, that they were going to.
What is her link to Nintendo, by the way? Like, I know who she is and I know of her, but
She was an insider for, and she used to. Oh, someone dropped out. Enrique?
Enrique's gone. I hope he didn't lose his power. I'll send him the link again.
She was an insider, and she worked for a couple of publications and just posted stuff, and she tweeted out stuff at Nintendo. And as far as I know, she didn't work at Nintendo. I could be very wrong about that. Little I know about her, but yeah, she got canned, I guess, from her job at wherever she worked for some reason. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with Nintendo. It was at her actual place that she was employed.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying she worked for Nintendo.
No. She just knew people who knew people, but all her stuff was like coming from like developers or research and development people. So I mean, she was getting like boots on the ground information with like screen caps from like production assembly lines and stuff. So
Jesse and Chad made a good point. He says he wants Wind Waker on the NX. I would fucking love some Wind Waker on the NX.
Wind Waker remastered on the Wii U is phenomenal, John. It's one of the best. It's one of the best remasters I've ever played.
I've got to pick up a Wii U. I have to.
Yeah.
Go. We're just losing people.
Yeah, Enrique dropped out again.
He dropped out again. Enrique, come back to us, man. What are you doing? What's the problem? Well, cool. That was an awesome fucking conversation about the end. Like, I guess my dude. I love it. That was great. He's back. Enrique, are you with us?
Yeah.
There he is.
What's happening?
Holy
What's
shit.
going on, man? Is it a storm? You and I don't live far from each other.
My power went off, like my lights flickered, and my internet dropped out.
It's a rival podcast trying to screw you up, man. But they're hacking.
The last thing I heard was Al saying something about Nintendo NX and how he's going to cream himself if something comes out. But that's
that is accurate. If I see a Metroid, I'm gonna. That's it.
I cannot fucking believe we have not gotten a proper Metroid in how long?
It's coming.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath.
And I don't want Metroid Prime is cool. I don't want a first-person Metroid. I want a side-scrolling 2D Metroid game. That's what I want.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I love the Metroid Prime games, but I don't think we need a Metroid Prime game. We need a side-scrolling, true to form, Samus Aran, doing it right. You know what I mean?
JT in chat said he said he wants Splatoon 2 on the NX. I guarantee you get it.
Splatoon is coming to the next time. There's another one that they rumored that Splatoon is going to come. Super Mario Maker was going to come. Super Mario World. What was it? No, it's like New Super Mario 3D.
I just want to play Super Mario Maker. I have wanted to play that game for a year now.
I tried it out at a store and I still have yet to purchase it. Just because I don't know. I'm not into like making my own fun. I'm lazy like that. Like Little Big Planet. I'll download people's levels that they made and I'll try them out. I don't want to spend like 6 hours trying to make the level. I just want to be like, I just want to play something. You know what I mean?
That's how I am. Like, I love that people are that creative. I wish I was that creative, but
Yeah,
I'm
like-
just totally not. So
Yeah, like Minecraft, I like dug a hole for like 2.5 hours, and I'm like, I don't want to build anything, and I turned it
Right?
off.
Yeah, like I like
And
the
I-
cool part,
I
like the
fear-
exploring part of Minecraft, but like as a, like building a house or anything like that, it's just like it's
Yeah.
tedious.
It does take
Yeah.
work, though. Yeah.
I fear that Dragon Quest Builders is going to be the same way, but God, I have to support Square because that's a game that I want to see over here.
Yeah, I'm buying that shit on Vita for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to real quick. I want to point out that I just I've been watching our chat, and I really want to say thanks to everybody in chat. Like I've been on a few podcasts where like there's like 200 people watching, but the chat is full of like racist garbage and bigoted garbage, and nobody's talking to each other, and the guys in the podcast aren't actually engaging anybody in chat. But
We're bigoted as hell.
bigoted as hell. But we have a really what's my dog doing? We have a really awesome crowd who listens to us every week, and a lot of you guys have been with us. John can suck a bag of Slim Jim.
Slim Jims.
JT, why don't you say that in my face? I'll hear on the podcast. Why don't you say it?
That's why I'm not on webcam. I'm scared.
I want you to say it. But but seriously, like yeah, like we appreciate everybody in chat, and we have a very active chat. Like that's what I love about our chat is, oh hey sweetie, come here baby. My dog's all freaking out. We have a very active chat, and people talk to each other, they talk to us, and the chat is always moving, and it's fucking awesome. So we really appreciate you guys coming here every week and listening to us ramble about video games. Because if you guys didn't watch us, I mean, what the hell is the point of having a podcast? So we really do appreciate you guys.
Just talking to each other.
It's awesome. Well, I mean,
I'm good with that model too. Just to say.
Well, this is the reason that and I won't say who, but somebody recently kind of knocked our podcast for not having a lot of subs, right? But I'm okay with that because more subs mean, in my opinion, more subs mean more problems, and I'm totally fine with the really core, awesome group of people we have listening to us every week, and so yeah, just for that reason alone, we appreciate you guys, man. Yeah, seriously, you guys are fucking awesome.
Our
every single one of you.
No Sub podcast got Michael Huber, Kyle Bosman, Quentin Cobb, Marcel Huttom.
Jason Schreier. I mean, Housemark.
Fucking the Housemark interview.
Just saying. I'm just saying there are other podcasts that do not have these people on their.
Terrible.
And speaking of Quentin, everybody in chat, don't forget that tomorrow night at midnight, a bunch of us are going to be live streaming some Uncharted 4 multiplayer with Quentin Quab. I can't talk. I've had too much to drink. Quentin Cobb from Naughty Dog is going to be playing some Uncharted 4 multiplayer with us tomorrow night at midnight. It's going to be late because it's going to be he's on the West Coast, and so it'll be 9 o'clock his time. Well, I tell you what, if it means that we can play Uncharted 4 multiplayer with somebody who designed the fucking multiplayer,
so you basically have a tactical advantage.
Yeah, exactly. So
he'll be putting in cheat codes for us.
You guys are gonna get owned.
No, man, he's gonna make it so we have invincibility.
Yeah.
He's gonna do those dev hacks, man. I love it.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna shoulder glitch like a mofo.
Shoulder glitch.
Yeah.
That's some Rainbow Six talk.
A message to everybody in chat, because I don't think Brandon is still around, but if he is, Brandon, say hi. Just for Brandon, I'm gonna ask Jessica Nagiri if she wants to come on the show.
Fantastic.
So when I ask that, everybody in chat, I'm going to ask it when we get off the air. Everybody in chat retweet that because I just want to be able to see Brandon like I just want to hear his heavy panting when Jessica's on the show. So when I ask that,
Brandon in the tweet.
I will. I absolutely will. I'll find a way to do it.
Brandon wants you to be on our podcast.
Now don't creep her out until she gets on.
Yeah, don't tell her about the body pillow.
Then you can be like, all right, we just wanted to bring you on to introduce you to the most eligible bachelor on the podcast.
The most eligible bachelor on the podcast would like a word with you.
Oh shit, he's here.
He's here? Awesome, good. No, I'm glad he's here. Brandon, just for you, I'm going to ask Jessica Nigiri if she wants to come on tonight. So I don't ever expect to hear from her, but hey, who knows? We'll see.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, shit, dude. I mean, if you'd asked me a year ago, yeah, we're going to have guys from Naughty Dog and Housemarque on, I would have laughed at you and called you a fucking idiot. So, yeah, we'll see. Anything's possible. But anyway, we got some beta codes to give away. So let's do this, guys. How do we give this away?
Did you see? Did anyone make any names for No Man's Sky?
That's a good question. Let's see. Give me a good name for a guys. If you want these beta codes, give me some names for a good No Man's Sky planet. We're gonna pick the best one. Do it now.
When Kraken called out Niantic, I thought that was the winner. Not only was he helping, that's also a great name.
That is
so John, I have good news and bad news.
Oh boy. What's
the bad news is Kraken says that he just tweeted at me that someone just said that Super Mario Maker is probably not coming to the NX.
Boo!
But the good news is that you can go and get a Wii U and get it and play it this weekend if you want.
Boo.
That's not good.
Yay!
No, you should actually get a Wii U and play Wind Waker. Wind Waker Remastered.
Nobody in chat is giving us any fucking names for planets.
Niantic, that's it, the winner.
Whatever.
Any of you peeps want a NHL beta code?
How about Teraflop?
I guess nobody does. Nobody wants this shit.
Planet
Teraflop. Throw it away. I'm gonna delete it.
What if I
my
see
inbox
a little bit of Wallbreakers alpha code?
Ooh.
Fuck it. I'm gonna put the codes in chat and people can fight over them. So
because check and see if they're still active tomorrow. That'd be hilarious.
That's what I do. I spread chaos and misery.
No disrespect to Electronic Arts or whoever made the game, but that'd be hilarious if no one takes them.
If they're still good tomorrow, yeah. But I'm gonna throw them out in chat and we'll fucking see. Too bad Jeff's not here. He'd be all over this.
Yeah. Oh, and Ian in chat, John, you probably won't be interested. Ian in chat says to check out Headlander. He says it's very Metroidvania.
Ooh,
I'll have to check that out. I've heard of that actually.
Yeah.
Okay, here comes the PlayStation code for NHL 17 beta.
Sweet.
Bam, right there in chat. Look at that. Bam, go get it.
Stolen.
Fight each other.
I already took it.
Fight each other.
Fight each other
for it. Betray your best friend. Just do it.
What platform is that?
That's PS4, and here comes the one for Xbox One. God, what the fuck? I've got to hand jam this shit. Why the fuck do the Xbox One codes? Why are they so long?
25 characters,
This
right?
is fucking insane.
You know why they're so long?
Why are they so long?
I don't know.
I thought you had a good answer.
So did I, dude. It was really clever.
I couldn't think of anything clever to say.
I was expecting a sexual.
Yeah, I was going there, but then I was like, eh.
All right, I'm like fucking halfway through typing.
Yes.
Fucking
you had to reserve yourself from how uncouth we are.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
We need to talk about politics now.
No.
No, we're gonna talk. All right, here comes the my anus sister. Okay, you know what? Just for that, I'm gonna DM this to Hoj, and he can do with it what he wants.
What did he say? He said my anus?
My anus sister planet Uranus. He gets it. There you go.
There you go.
I'm gonna DM this to him right now on Twitter. He gets it.
E of the Dead. I don't want a code. I don't hockey.
That's
pretty funny.
How about Planet Taint?
Planet Taint. That's stupid.
Planet of the Taints.
Planet of the Taints.
Planet of the Gooch.
I thought Planet Taint was good. No?
No, it's not. Okay, we're gonna end it here. We're getting long in the tooth. Everybody, hey, Enrique, dude, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate that, bud.
Absolutely, man. Anytime, man. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys.
And so, I know that I usually end every podcast by saying it's not always poetry, and we don't always agree, but we always keep it real. But I figured, because we have this new logo, I should probably change it. Right? Change is good, right? For example, this is the first time we never had Brandon on the podcast, and I feel like it was a strong episode. So,
terrible.
You know what?
It's that was awful. That was bad. I'm sorry, Brandon. I didn't mean that at all. But so I think from now on, I'm just going to say, you know what? It's dangerous to go alone. Take us.
That sucks.
It does suck. But you know what? It does. I don't like that. I'm going to stick with the other one.
The poetry one's so much better.
Yeah. Proving it's not always poetry.
Yeah, exactly. It's never poetry. It's never poetry here. But anyway, quick word to everybody in chat if you didn't catch it. I think I mentioned it at the beginning of the episode, but After Hours Jeff will be returning to the podcast, not next week, but the week after, and he'll be back every week. He's been super busy, but he'll be back with us. Hopefully Gabe will be back with us soon. A lot of people have been busy. It's the summer. Doc has got his thing going on, but he'll be back as well. But Jeff is going to be back. The prodigal son will return, and it's going to be awesome. And we really look forward to talking to you guys next week. So does anybody else have anything at all on the panel that they want to say? This is your chance.
Just that I hope Jeff comes back with the Mrs. Butterworths to chug to make up for the fact that he's been gone so long.
He's going to have to do something. Like
Wear the suit.
Yeah, he's been MIA.
He has. Well, he's been busy, but he's either going to wear the suit, or he's going to or he's going to chug. I want him to wear the suit with like the tie undone and like the collar unbuttoned every fucking time.
I'm starting to
just a
think
good
that
look.
Canadians. I started to think that the Canadians are working him too hard.
I think so.
Perhaps.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
he's
want a super Deformed Gamecast T-shirt. That's what I want.
That's what you're going to get. So that's what you're going to get. So, and I mentioned it at the beginning of the podcast, and I'll say it again. I've pinned the link on my Twitter page at Mr. Megative. You can see the designs for our shirts and our mugs that are becoming very soon, and they're not going to be expensive. And we will on the regular have giveaways where you guys can just I'll retweet whatever and have a chance to win one of these. But yeah, we're really excited about it, and we're also looking for a sponsor. So if anybody has any ideas, please throw them at us.
Ballast Point.
I love Ballast Point. I would love it. I'm more of a Founders guy, but I would love Ballast Point.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They don't. You know, I can't. They don't sell Founders here where I'm at.
Don't you guys live close?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
You know what, I live in Maryland. He lives in Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still,
close
enough.
there's points of Maryland and points of Virginia that are relatively close.
I'm about an hour and a half away from Enrique.
Okay,
You
so then not
cannot
that close,
beat
I guess.
a grapefruit sculpin.
Oh, they're so good.
Regular Sculpin's pretty good.
Yeah, regular Skull is good. I like
Probably
pineapple too.
Probably my favorite IPA.
Yeah.
That's enough beer talk.
Yeah.
All right.
Play Hyper Light.
We're getting off the
Play
rails.
Hyper
real
Light
quick.
Drifter. Everybody play it.
Yeah.
Wait.
What did you say, Al?
I said play Hyper Light Drifter.
Yes, Hyper Light Drifter is fucking amazing. Enrique, did you have something you wanted to say real quick?
Yeah, actually, I just want to go ahead and plug the sister podcast.
Oh yeah, please.
Yes, Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. Make sure to check us out Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're actually going to have another special guest on. We're going to have Marcel Hatam. He's going to be joining us. Yeah. So if you didn't check out the interview we had with David Jaffe this week, definitely check that out. That was a lot of fun, guys.
Yes, David Jaffe was really cool.
Yeah.
I highly recommend everybody go check out Enrique's channel, Basement Radio Arcade Podcast, and go check out the talk we had with David Jaffe, because that was a lot of fun. Very cool. Very cool to talk to the man who birthed, so to speak, games like God of War and Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Really
And you'll have
cool
to,
shit.
And he shit on his own games that he made, which is awesome.
He did.
So
Yeah, he did.
awesome.
yeah.
The
You know what,
guy-
John? That was a great story you shared with him, man, about your God of War experience.
Yeah, the first time I
That
played
was
God of War was sitting in the middle of the desert in Iraq with 4 other guys in a dusty room.
Yeah. I mean, he
Give me
really,
that get the fucking outlet that I needed, man. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to tear something in half with my bare hands. And,
Hey.
and God of War let me do that. What's up, man?
Well, it just disappeared. I kind of wanted to bring up a important thing.
Please.
I just saw a Facebook update by Jeff saying, "Why do bros go full bro when they drink, bro? Like they need to tell the whole world they know they're bros, bro."
That sounds like something Jeff
so-
would write.
It's so deep.
I just thought that was important.
I've got a lot to think about now.
Yeah.
So,
That's what being a gaff person does to you. It rots your
Yeah.
mind. That's that banana factory talking. That's not
Yeah.
Jeff.
Al, is that why you told me to stay away?
I was going to play video games, but instead I think I'm just going to have a drink of bourbon and just think.
Yes.
that's a good idea, bro.
Steve, we need that like
Bro.
deep thought comment right
Dear
now.
Walt,
Yeah, go ahead, real quick. Go do it, Steve, before we get off the air.
Yeah, in honor of Jeff, go relax with a cool glass of maple syrup. That's how
All right,
Yes.
guys. It's not always poetry. We don't always agree, but we always keep it real. As fuck. See you, assholes. Next week.
Have a good night.
see ya.
Later.